Assalamualaikum and good morning everyone. Today we will be covering chapter 6 on the managing intellectual property. Before we start, please have your online PowerPoint notes to be with you for you to better understand on the contents of this chapter. And please read on your own this chapter Paul Trout textbook online textbook which is provided to you. Now, in specific, there are sub-chapters that we're going to look into here with the aims of this chapter is actually for us to look and learn on the introduction part of the intellectual property, the importance of the IP to the managers in today's business in order to make sure or to help the managers to understand what are the impact, the effects of the management of innovation and the developments of products. In today's business, there's a rapid advance of internet or advanced technology in the as well as the electronic commerce that has created a whole new sets of problems concerning the IP rights. Many generic products are easily available in the market out there. Generic means that conventional products, a product which doesn't go through the research and development stage, which can easily be sell or available in the market. So basically, the five sub-chapter we're going to look into is actually to examine the importance of IP for the firms, then the limitations of patent system, and we will look into how or why patents is important as valuable resources in a firm. Then the linkage between brand names and trademarks. Then we will look into an area of copyright, registered design, patent system, that can help to the developments of products design. So if you look at table 6.1, it's display an overview types of IP or intellectual property. Intellectual property is a name or design that is allocated exclusively for one's company, or one creations. So here there are four type of intellectual property, which are patents, which are called as patent, copyright, registered design, and registered trademarks. So in patents, actually it has been offered in the industry almost for over 20 years via monopoly process or monopoly types. Monopoly means that an industry will have the capability, one industry conquer the production for that particular products over a long time or long durations of time. Next, copyright. Copyright is actually an exclusively right for an individual, or a company to produce a product and to protect the product itself from being artistic, from being produced in the mass market. Like for example, not everyone can easily no one can come up with the same products. Registered design are protected by registration. Artwork appearance as an article provide exclusively right to produce that particular product. And registered trade name is actually a distinctive name or mark or symbol to identify the production for a specific product or creation. Next, pattern. Let us look into one by one here on the descriptions for IP. Yeah. For pattern, the benefit from legal protection. Yeah. Someone or a company would like to come up with a patent product, they must be a novelty, okay, uniqueness, highlight on the features, unique features that the product or the service that the producer want to introduce in the market. Novelty, like for example, for your creations of innovation product, there is a value for novelty for you to produce. All right, you can't skip this because it will provide a distinctive, a unique value if compared to the other products in the markets. Means that it is not a generic product yang biasa that is being produced. It's different, unique, and it provide for specific purpose. Yeah. Next, a patent product must go through an inventive step. There are proper steps in order for you to produce that particular product from the beginning, until the final stage. There are proper steps to be followed. So here, if you look at the notes, there are 4 proper steps to be followed. First, to identify the concept, then whether it was a common general knowledge or specific, then the differences between the matter cited of the inventions, and to identify the differences constitute with any degree of invention. There must be a proper step. Means that the function, for example, for smartphone might be the same, but the inventive step or the features for each of the brand, for iPhone, brand by Apple, for Samsung, might be different in terms of features as well as the functions itself. Generally, in the smartphone, you can just Google in Google Store to find a pick up the functions, but or in terms of how to operate that OS operating system might be different according to different smartphone or gadgets or branding. All right, next, patent must be applicable to industrial application. It must be able to be used for, now for example, the smartphone. It is a conventional product creation that can be used for everyone, in a general market. All consumers with all level can use that smartphone creations in the market. So it's according to the consumer whether they have an ability to buy that particular product and services with a different unique features, with a different price setting, right, with patterns improvement. Right. First to file versus first to invent. Which one first? Okay, which one to record first? To record or to invent? So basically here, based on the textbook, it shows that in research in Europe, a patent is invalid if the inventor has published the novel information before filing the patent production. Means that in Europe, before you want to introduce the product, you must apply for the patent production first. All right, there shouldn't be any that follow that 4 characteristic. Yeah, uniqueness. There shouldn't be any product available in the market itself for different features, special or unique functions. That is in Europe. In US case, there are some provision which allow inventors to talk first and file later. Means that you create the product in US, you create that particular product first, and after it has been realized, been registered, then only you registered or look for patents. All right, there are different way actually of doing things or to come up with products. Well, it's depending on the rules and regulation of the industrial practice at that particular area itself. Yeah, so therefore, before invention of a product, yeah, you must actually check with the proper procedure. Now, in Europe, patent applications are published while pending. Okay, while pending means that the production for that particular product is actually going on, and the patent applications is actually being applied before. This allowed to change to see what monopoly or inventor is claiming in object of patent office is if there's any ground to contest validity. If let's say there's a similarity of the function for that particular product, there might be a changes here and there for that particular features of the product according to the descriptions of the production of the product. And in US, the situation is quite different. Application remains secret until granted. Now, for example, the local beverages, Cokes, Coca-Cola. Until now, we don't even know what is actually the secret ingredients in Coke. But then it is recognized as one of the popular, yeah, uh, what we call bottle drink, gas drink in the market. What they put, the producer put in the Coca-Cola itself, we don't know until now. It's remained secret. Same goes to KFC. What is actually the secret ingredients that Uncle KFC have already, invent there to make a very established, good, popular recipe? It makes everyone want to eat KFC almost every day. Why? Yeah, due to the secret recipe, and it is allowable. All right. Now, in the industry, there are many category of product and services that has been introduced in the market. So it's depend actually on the creativity, yeah, and again, it's up to the IP, yeah, intellectual property of that particular brand, yeah, in the markets. Compared to the generic, we have another category of products in the market, which is called the generic market, which it doesn't go through the proper research and development efforts. There's no need to invest for any research work to look in the impact, the importance, the influence, yeah, of any ingredients, yeah, for example, yeah, towards the productions of the product and services. Well, this generic product is a local product. Yeah, generic product can be sell or available in the market out there in a very cheaper price. Yeah, like for example, if you look at the household product that's come from China, it's very cheaper. They don't really go on the R&D process, yeah, very little, but then they're able to produce with a mass productions of a local product in a cheaper price. That is actually with their ability. Now, if you look at any products, yeah, the difference is actually whether it is an imitate or generic product, or the other category is the product that has the recognition under IP, intellectual property recognitions, that comes out in a quite expensive package. But then for sure, in terms of longevity, yeah, in terms of durability, yeah, the IP products is known in the market and itself in a long duration of time. Yeah, let's move into the next slide. Expiry of patent. They are an expiry for patents and patent extension. So basically, for products that gone through the IP purpose, there are two classification. One, there will be an expiry, tarikh luput for that particular product, and there is an extension, all right, provision. So on expiry, patent competitors are able to use upon technology. So for example, okay, the license for antivirus, antivirus that is available out there for 6 months, 1 year terms, uh, that actually valid out there for the consumer to use according to the terms. So for example, McFee, okay, you bought a package for 30 ringgit per year, 360 days, all right. Then if you can have an opportunity to renew by buying another package of McAfee and install, and just key in the data, the code, then you will be able to get an extension versions of it. Okay, so that can be allowed through the provisions of technology. There's no need for you to go to the shop, computer shop, to get that particular antivirus solutions. By just being online, you can easily get that package, and the longer consumption or durations of time that you use this particular service or product, the cheaper will be the price, and vice versa. Right. In pharmaceutical, dalam perubatan, such products are referred to as generic drugs. All right, generic drugs, which is very easily you can find it in the supermarkets, not supermarkets, the pharmacy. Sorry. The launch of generic on a product which has just come off patent can be considerable. For example, Panadol. You can easily get it with a very cheaper price at the pharmacy. If you look at the contents of the Panadol itself, there are many types of Panadol. The soluble, okay, for the headache, for sore throat, okay. There are many classification that's come up with a different functions, different features and different price, and it's available out there. Okay, market share falls up to 85%, typically. So the price fall over quite a long time, several times, if let's say there's a new invention for that particular product to be introduced in the market. And pharmaceutical drugs are relatively easy to copy. One of the characteristics for generic drugs, okay, is actually easy to copy, easy to imitate, senang ditiru. It's easily can be produced by the local producer out there. So therefore, as a consumer, they have to really be careful with the choices of selections for the medicine that they use in the market. The principal form of defense are brand development and further research. Therefore, for example, the product in the market there, how the producer want to consistent keep the production of that particular product and services. Therefore, there must be a brand name. I still remember it's like 10 years ago when Huawei was first introduced. That's the first imitation phones, local China product phones, with a very low quality of the battery and function and features. Because I still remember, because I bought them at the beginning. That particular product was introduced in the market. But then, through research and development, several years, and through branding development, this product has been very stable. yeah, products in the market, yeah, with an extension of the features, with an improvement of the features. So nowadays, if you buy Huawei brand, of a smartphone or phones or normal phones, it's actually has got a very good capabilities, yeah, and also parallel with the other brandings of names, like for example Oppo, yeah, Huawei and Oppo, they are actually competing each other, yeah. All right, next one, yeah, okay, this is actually figure 6.1, as the effects shows the effect on its market share of drug coming off patents. This is only an example for you to understand. Look at the price for that particular drugs, as I informed you earlier, in the supermarket, like for example the um, a Panadol. Yeah. So first, in the first year of the introductions of the product, yeah, if you look at introduction stage, the market price for that particular product might be Panadol syllable might be higher. Then it will go slowly till it reach the expiry of patents date. So therefore, this company should be able to extend its product creation with and improvisations features for that particular Panadol or product, in order for the product to better get the market share in the market. If not, then it will goes down as time pass by. Okay, the product itself will no longer be a popular products in the market. People will switch on into, yeah, another product which has an improved features, yeah, which tolerable or suitable with the latest developments of technology. All right. Now, for example, another example is actually the local basic phones. It's no longer been, available, not available, lessly available in the market, and you can get it in a cheaper price. And the basic phone as well, it's very difficult to get the spare parts. Now, why? Because nowadays people using the small chips in order to make functions of the what we call the hardware in the smartphones itself, okay, by using all the latest technology. Right. Patent and patent extension. Patent extension are known in Europe as the supplementary protection certificates. Usually, the abbreviations comes in SPC. SPC is actually an extension. Now, for example, if you buy any electrical products in the market, yeah, or phones, yeah, anything, yeah, in the market, after you registered, yeah, on the warranty, there's a provisions there for extension warranty, but you have to pay extra for the extension or extension coverage. Instead of the warranty available for a year time, the warranty has been or can be extended into another year, 2 plus 1, another 2 years, 3 years, yeah, provided the consumer are able to pay more for that particular production. So, yeah, in the year 3, for example, there's something wrong with that particular product, you as a consumer always can return that particular products with no price pay, because you already paid in the first time. Yeah. So they were introduced to compensate patents owner for regulatory delay in approving their pharmaceutical. So that is actually because to get patent, it takes several years. It's not easy. Yeah, they have to go through many process, yeah, and stage of inspection. Therefore, that's why we have the patent extension clause. Yeah, the approval sometimes took, as I told you, it took so long, yeah, time to commercialize it. Now, whatever products available out there, they must be an what we call the features of commercialization. It should be sellable in the market. Ada permintaan pasaran. commercialize, dijual, digunakan oleh pengguna. Alright, in US, the approach to extend the lifetime of patent where applicant can show a regulatory delay means that it's not wrong, yeah, for you to, for example, you produce that particular product, the next year maybe, yeah, after it's been completed, you register for IP. That's not wrong. Okay, now it's again, as I told you, it's actually depend on the policy of the country, right? Because it's not really too easy to verify, to recognize the productions recognition for particular products or creations. Reason why firms go or undergo the patents, I refer to table 6.2, is actually why we need to officially patent the product. You have to register, to prevent copying, imitating, products, easy to copy, to prevent. If let's say you register your product, with patents, in patent series, there will be a barcode given to you. Other producer, other inventor, they can't easily copy your product. For patent blocking, okay, prevents use in negotiation, enhance reputation, licensing, renew revenue, and to measure performance itself. That is why because once you have a specific patent or name or trademark for that particular product or services, it may be very difficult for other imitator or introducer to actually follow your or imitate your products. There are actually very huge imitations product out there, but the difference is actually in terms of features and the price. Features, price, and function. Sorry, I think. Right, next, to improve financial performance. It's a way, IP is important, it's a way to improve the financial performance generated by that particular entrepreneur or firms itself. Tap patents for new revenue. For example, okay, there are many series of smartphones available out there. So the lowest series, preceding year come up with a very less function. Later series come up with an upgrade of quality or better function. Therefore, the price might be different. Systematic mining of patent portfolio, licensing the patent rights. For example, there are actually costs for the producer to pay, but then it's worth it. To me, why? Because it has been licensed. This product or particular product being operated under license. And second reason is actually to reduce cost. Portfolio to maintain cost itself, to save the maintenance cost as well. Like for example, okay, if let's say you bought a smartphone, okay, then it's spoiled or it's damaged under certain condition, you can always go back to the seller, to the company, and ask for replacement or for guarantee purpose. But for sure, there's actually terms and clause for you to, as a user, to follow to what to refer to. Actually, once you buy the product, there's a small booklet over there. That's the warranty or the terms of conditions. All right. So and another reason is actually when we send to the same supplier with the same producer, it will lead for a less cost. Compared to giving to different party for different maintenance, it may lead to higher cost. Right. The third reason is actually to attract new capital and enhance the value itself. Patent asset recognized by the stock markets itself, in the stock in the markets itself. Now, popular like for example in Shopee, gadget markets. If you look at the markets out there, the price is higher for Oppo, Huawei, and Lenovo. Okay, if you look at the price, it's quite competitive. It shows that, yeah, why is it very saleable? Yeah, it receive a good attention from the public, yeah, because of the IP capabilities that we discussed just now. Okay, right, because from IP people are buying branding, it's developed the trademark. So for example, yeah, I've been using this Oppo smartphone for almost 7 years already. So far there's no problem except the memory capabilities, yeah, because we are depending most on the Android technology. Yeah, so there is a need to upgrade on the memory, but in terms of the hardware capabilities, it is usable over a long duration of time compared to if you buy a cheaper or no product branding brand phones. The duration might be longer or less than that. Yeah, right. Let's look into table 6.3. This is an alternative strategy to patterns. Yeah, for pattern means that you can use either or pick up any of the strategy for you to highlight, yeah, for your company product. Now for example, for your products, it's good for you to enough for you to apply a patterns, yeah, for your product creation later. For example, that is actually, remember, one of the characteristic to avoid people from easily copy your creations. Yeah, so alternative patterns is actually, yeah, like the strategy is first secrecy. Keep secret. Relatively easy, no legal protection. As I mentioned, the secret recipe, the KFCs, yeah, the fast food, they come up with very delicious dishes out there, able to come up with a good, outstanding recipe. What are the secret? We don't know, but then it's keep in their company portfolio. That is actually the secrets or the strategy that they use in order for them to be known on top of for the franchise or the fast food business. All right. Next, accumulated tacit knowledge. It's acquired through experience, an asset that is difficult to, yeah, imitate itself. For example, the introductions of the for the hardware and software, e-commerce. All right, you don't even know how to operate it. Like for example, if you don't have a proper knowledge, yeah, you don't go to specific technology class, learn further information on the e-commerce platform, you don't know how to create or come up with the function or the features itself. All right, we as users now, for example, using the smartphone or Android versions, yeah, we know how to use it based on a very simple, yeah, icon or instruction. But then the developer itself, the phone itself, the system inside the phone itself, yeah, has been used as with an improvement and development of the tacit knowledge. Tacit knowledge means that's a proper step or procedure, yeah, to install that particular knowledge, and it's require further enhancement. Yeah, lead time, market share, and profit needs to be secured quickly. All right, time to time. That is why there's durations of time. Like for example, you are buying a smartphone, the warranty is for 1 year, 2 year, 3 years. Okay, so over provisions of time, for sure the quality of that particular product or services will be degrading. Yeah? So therefore, with a proper maintenance, upgrading choices is available, yeah, for you to always consistent and use that particular product and services. Yeah. Next strategy, yeah, to this pattern is after sales service. All right. When you buy any product in the market, okay, that's an after sales service. Yeah, for the seller, okay, to actually know or ask you on the response of that particular, yeah, product in the markets. All right, especially in business to business, customer loyalty, customer service relationships, yeah, like once you buy the product in the supermarket, yeah, stores, for example, they send it home. All right, that is actually an assistance or after sales service. Yeah, learning curve. Priority knowledge is has made the process more efficient. Okay, that is actually the knowledge actually that you gain, yeah, during the productions of that particular product itself. Yeah, next, complementary assets. Additional useful extra product are offered to make the original product more desirable. The complementary, the extension or the features of the product, like for example, yeah, the electrical, the television. Nowadays we're no longer using the analog television. Most of the consumers are switching into digital versions of TV, yeah, which you can easily connect to any of the broadcasts in any channels out there, as long as you have got the stable internet connections. Yeah, so that is actually a complementary assets that it makes a long durations of time for the quality. So the analog television, the old television is no longer available, not popular, being used in the market. There is a certain markets like the old folks, they prefer, but very small and limited number. Now, next strategy is actually the standards. A highly effective way of getting large return on the investment. Winner can take the whole market and loser get nothing. The standard of the specifications in throughout the world, in any of the any category of the products, there are actually a proper standards comply to the ISO 9000, yeah, the quality assurance. All right, a product which reach a specific standards quality certification by ISO, the quality recognition or certifications are only allowable to be available for sales in the market. For example, if it's below the standard, it doesn't allow to be available or to be sales in the market. Or let's say there's a defects in that particular or rejection, the for sure there will be a rejections of producing or selling that product in the market. Why is it so? Because the ISO is actually referring to the standards to make sure that the consumer products are safe to be used in the markets. Yeah, whenever people or consumer use it, it is safe to use under a very long duration of need. If you can refer to the booklet for any product that you bought in the market out there, that's actually a chop by Sirim, passed by Sirim, means that that product has been inspected under Sirim procedures, and it passed, yeah, that particular classifications. Yeah. All right, next, branding. This is a very popular strategy, yeah, that has been used by producer or company out there, coming out with a different name, trademark, yeah, different names, yeah, and importance appropriate return from innovation is also create customer loyalty. People or buyers, yeah, normally refer to the trademark of a product. Now, for example, for my kitchen aids, yeah, I strongly believe that, yeah, uh, popular name, yeah, such as established names such as Singer, Catifel, okay, what else, are among the popular, yeah, gadgets that can be used, yeah, for the kitchen's appliance. All right, there's no doubt or questions, yeah, to to use that particular product, because it has gone through proper certifications, yeah, check, yeah, recognition. Right. Next, limit. Somehow or other, pattern, it has a limitation. Yeah, there's a specific clause for you to use these patterns. First, there's an annual fees. Annual fees required for you to register and use that particular pattern or trademark. But then for educations, like for example your creations, there's a very minimum fees, or sometimes there's no fees. Yeah, that is actually to for the imitations or imitates. Yeah, not imitate productions for education types. So there's an annual fee required. All right, national patent protections. There's a national patents protections normally secured by the company itself. Okay, patent harmonizations. All right, synchronizations. Okay, for the use. So basically, it has been introduced at European patent conventions, Paris conventions, first to file, first to invest, yeah, for United States. Legal cause of defense, yeah. If let's say there's a like return of the products, yeah, a consumer must firstly look or declare at the first time, yeah, when you first bought that particular product, there's a warranty card. You must sign and understand the warranty information. Yeah, if let's say, yeah, it is the product that you buy meets the classification, but then, yeah, once you use it, it doesn't work, you can always refer to the company itself. If let's say they reject, they don't want to service, yeah, your particular product that you bought, you can take legal action, provided the product is actually really works or really function, and you do understand, yeah, on the conditions, and that's a clause for you to go for civil, or refer to the rules and regulations. Yeah, right. Limited effectiveness in some industry, patent life is versus imitations lag itself. Yeah, there are some of the company where they not company countries where they don't really make use of this pattern. Like for example in China, they just imitate the local product, and that's why they can sell very cheaper. Why? Because they have got very good resources, cheaper resources, plus manpower, place, factories, available. So they don't really goes into, you know focus into research and development effort, as long as the product is actually has got a demand in the market. All right, right, like for example household product, thousands of household product are available from China market. You can easily get it in the shops, in DIY, yeah, kedai 2 ringgit, eco shops, and so on. With just 2 ringgit, you can, it's settled, solve the household problem. Huh? Right, so this is one of the challenge. Yeah, inventing around pattern itself. Yeah, inventing around patterns. For example, you have got the patterns for that particular product, then you apply another pattern for that particular product. That is yeah, unallowable. Yeah, right. Next, let's look into the trademarks. Trademark is very closely associated with business image. Why we do have a trademark? Yeah, to actually to keep the rapport, business image, goodwill. For example, if you go and eat at a fast food, halal fast food restaurant like KFC, McDonald, A&W, yeah, these are the three branch of franchise, yeah, companies that have received, yeah, the trust in buyers, knowledge or value. Yeah, all right. Yeah, it received a very good reputation, no doubt. And no need for you to double check. That is in Malaysia situation or environment. You can just walk into KFC, into McDonald's, yeah, restaurants or outlook, yeah, without any doubt. But then in contra, like for example, if you go to Indonesia, Thailand, yeah, you have to properly look at the halal sign first. Yeah, because each country has a different rules and regulations. Yeah, like for example in Indonesia, in Bali, the restaurants are not halal, so you can't buy, yeah, anything which is not halal. You have to check first. Yeah, same goes to Thailand. All right. Many trademark have become synonymous with particular product. That is very popular, very established, well-known trademarks. Actually, well-known, registered in, yeah, consumer brain. We know already. Yeah, why? Because we has been exposed to this trademark via mass media. Through television, like for example, during this MCO period, all right. There's a very frequent advertisement that, when you watch the televisions, very frequent advertisement come from Domino's Pizza, KFC, McDonald's, especially during this fasting months. They are offering package or price, yeah, delivery, and so on. All right, so there's no doubt for us to, once you have a trademark, means that it's already been registered from the mind of the customer, and that makes the product saleable in the market. Yeah, right. A trademark is any sign capable. This is a definition. Yeah, a trademark is any sign with the capability of being represented graphically, which is capable to distinguish the goods or services of one undertaking from those of undertakings. Like for example, once you look at the Uncle KFC itself, you know that, wow, this is a good, quality of foods, good chickens. You look at Pizza Hut with 5 ringgit, wow, cheaper. With 5 ringgits, you can get a Pizza Hut with choices of, yeah, selections of the types of the pizza itself. Yeah, for example, what else? Branding. Yeah, branding. If you look at Berjaya Vacation, for example, you look at the sign, or the logo itself, you know that this place, this premise offer a quality service. Malaysia Airlines, yeah, for example, you know that, yeah, this Malaysia Airlines offer an international quality for as a service carrier. Compared to, look at AirAsia, you know already that this is a budget carrier. Yeah, and you won't expect whatever you want to buy, you have to use your pocket money, you have to spend extra money for it. Why? Because it's a budget carrier. For sure, in terms of experience, it might be different. So that is actually how important trademarks serve, yeah, into the functions. Yeah, so a trademark should be satisfied, yeah, on the requirement, yeah, of section 1. 1 to 1 means that it should show differences, distinguish, yeah, berbeza, unique, yeah, be distinct, not be deceptive, tidak cacat, ya, tidak ditiru, ya, tidak rosak, ya, and not cause confusion with previous trademark. It shouldn't be any double duplication of the trademark. It only should be one only trademark being used. There shouldn't be any changeable version. Update version must be according to the latest version. Yeah, right. Next, remedy against infringement. All right, so cause, yeah, towards defects, yeah, kekurangan, illegality, yeah, infringement carry criminal penalty, yeah, defects, okay, kekurangan, kerosakan, incomplete. It's carry criminal penalties under three functions. Yeah, means that if let's say there's a defects of that particular product, yeah, orang yang the consumers die, yeah, telefon yang menyebabkan kematian, yeah, so there's a clause for the consumer to ask for reimbursement. Okay, reimbursement. So here are actually some three remedies under this category defects. Yeah, first the damage category. The owner of the copyright, yeah, and ask the court for damage on the basing on compensation for the actual loss suffered. Yeah, for example, all right, for the entrepreneurs that sell the furniture, they don't want to lose in the market. All right, so for example, that's during what we call uh, what is that, kebakaran. Yeah, fires, or that's the shortcuts. Okay, so they don't want to get lost, yeah, in their business, so they will ask for the reimbursement. All right, then injunction is an order from the court which prohibited a person make infringement copy of work of copyright itself. An order, yeah, means that it's actually a legal or law enforced by the courts for each particular country. Yeah, if let's say, all right, the copyright for the products or a patent of the product is not allowable, so someone can make an injunctions to the court, yeah, to allow to sue for that particular, that copyright for that particular patents. Yeah, all right, next, yeah, accounts. It's enabled to assess the profit made by the infringement of the copyright itself. The accounts itself, yeah, by looking or refer to the accounts itself, we can assess the profit made, yeah, from the infringement ni, yeah, palsu, fake, okay, defects, fake items. All right, so like for examples, the consumer products that is said have it received the CRIM recognition, but actually it doesn't register under CRIM, it's false. Then someone can just bring this issue to case court in order to sue that particular, yeah, case. All right, next, registered design, intended for design with aesthetical appeal. Yeah, for example, design like toys, electrical packaging. Okay, it should come with a physical look for that particular package of the product itself. It must be complete. So like for example, when you buy any appliances, yeah, kitchen appliances or anything, yeah, household appliances, yeah, electrical appliances, you look at the manual book. There's a proper parts installation, and there's the descriptions of the part itself, how to use it, what is the name, what is the code. Yeah, there must be an aesthetical appeal. All right, it should come with a physical look, a complete physical look. Now next, new design, yeah, not published in UK, materially different appeal to their eyes, artwork, appearance of an article, actual shape, configuration, patterns. There must be a proper descriptions of the product itself, to configure, how to use it, to operate, what is the first step, second step, third step. Normally it's actually available in the manual. Maximum of 25 years, renewable up to 5 years period, similar in operation to the patent system. That is to register the design. And here are actually this statistics or the percentage of the inventions in these countries. Yeah, right. So that's all covered chapter 6. Yeah, all in all, I can say that, or I can conclude for this chapter. Wait a minute, please. Yeah, right. Let me look at the informations here first. Right, you can explore yourself. Yeah, this chapter 6 contents and read the PAL textbooks. Yeah, on your own, and do answer the case study. Yeah, questions. Right, do reads Disney and answer the question. So basically here in this chapter we learn on the importance of patterns, yeah, which involve five importance informations or sub informations. It's on the intellectual property, yeah, with the inventions of technologies. It makes that the IP, yeah, intellectual property issue is more wider, and there are certain ways or area that, yeah, a company can look into in regarding and solving this IP issue. All right, so in short I can say that if it's relates to your product creation, okay, you can later ask for IP registration to make sure that your product creation won't be so easy to be, yeah, imitate or copy by, yeah, the rest later on. So I thank you very much for your attentions in chapter 6. All right, so do use your time wisely to discover the case study, yeah, version, as well as the questions that is available at the back of each of the chapter in the textbook. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum.